Most people use ChatGPT for research, like they ask one question and get a response back. They trust this response blindly, and that is dangerous, especially in cybersecurity. Because one wrong answer, one fake statistics, one hallucinated source, or one outdated security recommendation can completely destroy the quality of your research. So today I'm going to show you a better system using NotebookLM. It's not just one chatbot. It's a complete AI research mechanism, an AI research machine. It can read through sources, give citation, create tables, generate mind maps, use custom research persona, and then we will also use Claude to turn everything into a clean cybersecurity report. And the best part, you don't need coding to start. I'm Yudi from the LLM Architect. I am a cybersecurity expert with over a decade in this space. And in cybersecurity, we don't trust random answers. We trust sources, we trust evidence, and we trust frameworks. So in this video, I'll show you how to use NotebookLM and Claude together to research a cybersecurity topic properly. So let's do some research on how AI is changing cybersecurity risk for companies. And you can use the same system for any topic, be it AI agents, prompt injection, cyber defense, malware analysis, security policies, client report, YouTube research, or any business research that you want to do. ChatGPT is powerful, but when beginners use it for research, they usually make three mistakes. First, they ask very broad questions. Second, they don't upload any trust sources. Third, they don't check where the answer came from, because any AI out there, they still tend to make up things. So the output sounds confident, but you don't know if it's actually grounded. That's why for serious research, I don't want only a chatbot. I want a system. A system where NotebookLM stores and understands my sources. Claude helps me think, structure, and write. And then I stay in control as the researcher. Think of it like this: NotebookLM is the research library, Claude is your senior analyst, and you are the director. Go to notebooklm.google.com to access NotebookLM. Then create a new notebook. We're going to name this notebook as AI Cybersecurity Research System. This is going to be our research world. Everything that the AI says will come from sources we choose, not from random guesses of the internet. So now the most important step, adding sources. I'm not adding random blog posts here. I'm adding the OWASP top 10 for LLM application, MITRE Altus, and NIST AI risk framework. These are the references real security teams actually trust. The moment these are loaded, NotebookLM stops guessing and starts answering from the evidence. You can see all the sources being loaded on the left side of the screen. Alright, so here's my first prompt. Notice the rules. Only use provided sources, cite every claim, and if something isn't in the source, say so. I don't want a confident answer here. I want a sourced answer. Alright, so this right here is the difference. Every claim has a citation. I can click it and see the exact source page it came from. For cybersecurity research, the real question was never, can AI give me an answer? It is always, can AI show me where that answer came from? Alright, so now I'm going to upload a CSV file of a large organization that uses multiple AI tools, and we'll run a risk analysis using our research system here. Note, real security work isn't just reading PDFs, it's messy spreadsheets, tool inventories, vendor list, risk registries. Watch this turn a raw CSV into structured risk table. And there you go, a proper risk table with structured data and citing each and every comment that is added in the table. NotebookLM also offers a bunch of built-in tools that you can access through the Studio panel. There are a lot of these tools that you can just use by the click of a button. For this demo, we're going to use Mind Map. As you all know, cybersecurity topics are overwhelmingly fast. Prompt injection connects to data leakage, which connects to compliance, which connects to vendor risk. The mind map turns that angle into a visual structure, you can actually navigate. Just one click and you get a full visual structure of your data. Now I'll make my notebook even smarter. I open configure chat, switch to custom, and give it a persona, a senior cybersecurity research mentor that explains for beginners and stays defensive only. This isn't a one-off message in the chat box. Once I save it, every answer this notebook follows that goal. And so does every studio output like mind map and audio overviews. This is actually even smarter. Instead of me hunting for sources, NotebookLM goes out to the web, gathers them, and compiles a citation backed brief. But it does not mean you blindly trust everything. You still review credibility and cut weak sources. AI speeds up your research, it doesn't replace your judgment. This prompt is important because it forces the AI to stay grounded. I don't want confident answers. I want sourced answers. And this is where Notebook LM becomes better than a normal chatbot research. Because for cybersecurity, the question is not can AI give you an answer? And the real question is can AI show me where that answer came from? That is what makes research trustworthy. This is extremely useful because cybersecurity research is not just reading PDFs. A lot of real work happens in messy spreadsheets like maintaining tool inventory, a vendor list, maybe an asset list, some incident response logs, or a policy gaps, risk registries. If AI can parse that data and turn it into a clean risk table, you save hours. And now your research is not just theoretical, it becomes actionable. Now, instead of reading a long wall of text, you can visibly understand the topic. And this is very good for students, researchers, cybersecurity beginners, YouTube creators, and consultants. And anyone who needs to explain complex topics simply. A mind map turns research into structure, and structure is what makes content easier to understand. Alright, so this changes the quality of output because now the AI is not just answering, it is answering with a specific goal. For my channel, I can create different personas, one for cybersecurity research, one for YouTube script writing, one for client reports, and one for beginners explanation. That means every notebook becomes a specialized research assistant. And this is powerful because now AI is not just answering, it is helping you find sources. But remember, deep research does not mean you blindly trust everything. You still have to review your sources, you still check credibility, you still remove weak sources. In cybersecurity, AI should speed up your research, but it should not replace your judgment. Claude gives you clean thinking and writing. Together, they become much stronger than using one chatbot alone. This is how I would research cybersecurity topic faster. And this is also how you create reports, YouTube scripts, client audits, LinkedIn posts, study notes, maybe some training materials, and content ideas. Now there is also an advanced version of this system. Instead of copying response from NotebookLM and pasting it into Claude, you can connect. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. Think of MCP like a bridge. NotebookLM becomes your research memory. Claude becomes your reasoning engine. MCP connects them. The Medium article I found explains a workflow where a community built NotebookLM MCP server lets Claude query NotebookLM directly so you don't have to keep switching your tabs. Claude also supports custom connectors powered by MCP which allow Claude to connect with external tools, database and applications. But this part is more technical. So for beginners, start with no code workflow and comment down below start with no code workflow and comment down below and tell me if I should make a video on how to connect NotebookLM to Claude. Claude also supports custom connectors powered by MCP, which allows Claude to connect to external tools, database and applications. But this part is more technical. So for beginners, start with no code workflow and comment down below and tell me if I should make a video on how to connect NotebookLM to Claude using MCP. So the big lesson is this: don't use AI like a random answer machine. Use AI like a research system. For simple question, ChatGPT is enough. But for serious cybersecurity research, you need sources, citation, tables, visual maps, custom goals, and second reasoning layer. That is why this system is better than normal ChatGPT research. Now, there is an advanced version of this. Instead of copying from NotebookLM and pasting it into Claude, you can connect them using MCP. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. Think of MCP like a bridge. NotebookLM becomes your research memory, Claude becomes your reasoning engine, and MCP connects them. The Medium article I found explains a workflow where a community built NotebookLM MCP server lets Claude query NotebookLM directly, so you don't have to keep switching tabs. Claude also supports custom connectors powered by MCP, which allows Claude to connect with external tools, databases and applications. But this part is more technical. So for beginners, start with no code workflow and comment down below and tell me if I should make a video on how to connect NotebookLM to Claude using MCP. So the big lesson is this: don't use AI like a random answer machine. Use AI like a research system. For simple questions, ChatGPT is enough. But for serious cybersecurity research, you need sources, citations, tables, visual maps, custom goals, and a second reasoning layer. That is why this system is better than normal ChatGPT research. NotebookLM grounds the answer, Claude improves the thinking, and you direct the entire system. If you want more videos on AI agents, LLM, cybersecurity, and practical AI workflows, subscribe to the LLM Architect. In the next video, I'll show you another AI workflow that beginners can use without coding. Until then, I'm UD signing off, the LLM Architect.